Yesterday, when I was in Carnegie talking about today's show, I was thinking about real estate and the Pittsburgh property diva, Coldwell Banker, over 100 million in sales. And I was thinking about these great communities that a lot of people are moving back into, and in a big way, like Lawrenceville and downtown Pittsburgh. It's not all about residential living anymore as far as the suburbs. So before we get into exactly what we're going to be talking about today, let me ask her and get her expertise on why people are moving back to a lot of these great communities like Lawrenceville, Mexican War Street, Carnegie. What's up with all the brownstones and all the new development? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here. Thanks. I think they are we have our universities, best hospitals in the country, Apple, Google, all these industries coming in, more people coming into the city, and I have more people coming into the city temporarily and end up staying here.
Let me ask you, when people talk to you about, buying a home, and my children weren't around that first home, so is that still a very important question?
It really is. It depends on how old the kids are, but people with newborns don't think about it so much, but I do think it's a really important factor for people who have kids, which school district they're going to be in.
And there's nothing wrong, because everybody's looking to save a little money. Do they ask you about taxes too?
All the time. And taxes, they just keep going up. Nothing you can do about it.
But do you see a lot of good things happening as far as people in city living, like in downtown Pittsburgh and places like the Pork Factory and that?
Absolutely. There's so many things to do. Walkability is really important in a neighborhood. People want parks. They want things to do with their family. And when you live close to the city, it's really easy to get in and out.
Her husband Chris also works for Coldwell Banker, is shooting this, and they always come prepared. And that's what you want with your real estate professional. Let's talk about ready to buy. Make sure your pre-approval is current. Explain what that means.
First thing on the list, when new buyers call me, I want to know if they're pre-approved, so that we can set a budget, so that we're prepared. And if they're not pre-approved, I want them to make a phone call. It's really quick and easy to get a pre-approval if you're qualified, and that's where I want our relationship to start.
It's a lot like Wall Street, buying and selling, and people are looking for the best when it comes to that fluctuating interest rate. But unless it's under agreement, you're not locked in.
You're not locked in until you're under agreement.
And once you found the perfect home, be prepared to stroke a check.
That's right. Get your hand money ready, and you're going to pay for your inspections up front.
What about mortgage applications? Tell me about mortgage applications.
Well, I think the application part is easy, but I think it's very overwhelming because you have a lot of things going on at one time when you find that perfect house. So you scheduling your inspections, you're making your mortgage application within a week, and basically it's a big giant pile of paper that you have to fill out, and nobody likes to do it.
So have you had carpal tunnel yet, is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Hey, something else too, you always see no money down, no money down. Listen, if you're thinking about getting a home, you're planning it, it would be a good idea to save a few dollars. You got to have some hand money. And really, when it comes to home inspection and stuff like that, you have to have cash, and
That's
you have
right.
to be able to do it now, right?
Right. Those guys want paid when they do their services.
Okay, in closing, pets, Coldwell Banker, what's happening?
We have this awesome event going on next Saturday at our Coldwell Banker office in Murraysville, where they are bringing in homeless pets for people to meet, greet, and adopt right at our office. So we have all kinds of giveaways. We have dog bone shaped cookies for people to eat, not dogs, and gift bags, all kinds of cool stuff.
Listen, speaking of cool stuff, we're both into fashion. She's a little more hipper than I am, because that's why she's the Pittsburgh property diva. When it comes to accessories like earrings and purses, knockoffs every once in a while, those brands that aren't really the brand. Like I remember when I got my first knockoff Rolex, I really didn't care because it looked good to me. Is it okay once in a while to look as though you're dressing the part, but you're not really spending what some of those parts normally cost?
You can look really great on a budget. I always say that. You can look put together, polished, and not spend a whole ton of money.
I got to ask you this too. The older I get, I become more of a fan of places like thrift stores, okay? And I've gotten some really nice clothes. Now, every once in a while, you like to go to that haberdashery and spend $1,000 for a suit, but every once in a while, it's nice to go to that local Goodwill store and get a suit that was worn by someone's grandfather 10 years ago. Does it all work, whatever you feel good in?
Yeah, it really does. Whatever your personal style is, as long as you look put together, you're good to go.
Just like real estate, you got to button it up, folks.
Button it up.
Pittsburgh Property Diva next on KDKA. Good morning.